Hi everyone, thank you for joining me today. 1 year ago I started the treatment of osteoarthritis of my fingers, and so this video is already the first anniversary video. So today I'm going to take stock of the results achieved during this first year, and I'll compare them with the treatment of a knee by Kneipp himself. But first, as usually, I'll show the results of the 4th month of treatment of the right middle finger, and finally we'll see what the role of clay and of the splint with sponge may be. So let's get started. This was our starting picture. I showed this picture in the previous video, and this is the new picture. So what can we say? Instead of this still somewhat swollen area down here, we see now very clearly in the middle a blue vein, and it rises up to the top. On both sides of the vein, well flattened areas, especially here on the left, where the flattening concerns the entire surface up to the edge. Yet that was the biggest and most stubborn side. In the upper right corner, folds are beginning to show up. The skin is loose, evidence that substances have been removed. The left edge in the old picture is still curved. I think it is a bit straighter in the new photo. Overall, I would say it is on the left we find the biggest progress today. What did I do? I often made a poultice for 2 fingers, as shown in a few previous videos. And also I had the opportunity to drink linden tea. But aside from that, nothing special. Let's now take stock of the progress made since the beginning. In just 1 year, 3 fingers have been treated. Each finger had its own difficulty. The right ring finger had 2 more or less symmetrical bumps. The left ring finger was painful, inflamed and swollen on the left side, and the right middle finger had deforming arthritis. For each finger, the trend was reversed in 3 to 4 months. In the first video, I showed this photo, and here we have the new situation. So this is telling about the progress made. One may think that this photo is reminiscent of the video 10 picture, and that's why it's worthwhile to compare them. Looking at them up close, we note a similar progress. The blue vein, the flattened area on the left and on the right, and upper right with new folds. I want to seize the opportunity to emphasize once more how helpful the pictures are. The changes on a daily basis are so small that one gets a feeling that nothing really moves. But we have to dare to see what is already gone. Otherwise we risk being discouraged. I think I can be happy with these results. The only thing that now remains to be done is to remove the last remnants everywhere. And so that's the goal that I set for this second stage, as to arrive at 100% normal fingers. The right ring finger proves that it is possible. I would like to conclude by saying a word about the possible role of clay and of the splint with sponge. Although I do not know to what degree exactly they may be involved, they do play a useful role, and I just want to put all of these simple means at your disposal. Because don't forget, this is a long treatment, and that's why I want to read an excerpt of Kneipp now. On page 233 of his book My Water Cure, he treats a knee with a swelling. So I translate: tumors and indurations on bone and around the bones can be cured only by resolution using hay flowers fermentations in form of poultices, always applied in the hot state and during a long enough space of time. Remember, I spoke of the hay flowers in the very first video. Kneipp's oat straw is as effective as hay flowers, and in some cases even more effective, so I choose to use oat straw poultices. He goes on: once the resolution has been obtained, blood penetrates anew in these parts to feed them and bring them back strength. Our patient, after using for a week the above-mentioned fermentation, was able to stand on the leg, and 8 to 10 weeks later she could walk without discomfort. So I think I may be proud of my results obtained in 12 weeks. The splint with sponge may be used each time that there is no poultice or no exercises. It protects the finger, it spares the finger, it can also help straighten a deformed finger. I often put it on the left index finger and more recently on the right middle finger whenever I had the opportunity. One reproach often heard is that the splints would make the fingers stiff. But, and I now come to the clay, warm clay baths can make them again flexible and mobile. Clay is also very effective against pain, against inflammation, and don't forget his awesome absorption power. Kneipp says somewhere in his book that clay cannot resolve, but can help to absorb. And sometimes he prescribed a clay bath and a water application intended to resolve alternately. And that's it for today. Thank you for your visit, and I hope to see you again in the next video. Bye bye!